morning. We are on live. Yeah. Hi, everybody. Today is October 25. We are going to provide you some information about markets in the agricultural sector in the US. Well, in this case, Missouri. We have data for the USA too in this report regarding crops. So I'm going to show you my screen today. Okay. As I say, we are going to be reporting horticultural products in the national level and the North Central region or Midwest region. We have the same states included in the cluster. Also, we are going to present information regarding how the live market and the stockyards or auctions are being paid. And we also have data for small ruminants and box big prices. Those is comparing these two markets help us to see where the market for meat moved regarding processed meat or livestock at the auction. Let's go with the first one. Here we have comparing. We had a comparison between week 42 and week 41 for national and the Midwest. We select specific crops here in my case, in the left column, we have all these crops that some of them are going out of season, like tomatoes. We get our first frost here in Missouri, and not a lot of people who grow tomatoes outside. Those tomatoes are gone. But there are some people who has greenhouses or cook houses too, and they were able to close them on time, and they had good isolation systems. They will be able to provide local food, local tomatoes, or local grown tomatoes. We also have other crops here listed. Let me tell you what happened comparing these 2 weeks. For that, I would like to select market so I can guide myself. We see here the prices has a trend to be high in this case at the national and Midwest. Prices at the national level increase mainly in broccoli, carrots, cauliflower. We have here green onions and peppers. Very significant growth here comparing both weeks. The same behavior happened in the Midwest. So we had here's a similar trend regarding how the prices were paid to farmers. This is a conventional market prices for this crop. So if you go to the right here, you can see the national and Midwest in a graph. So you can compare that in the national level, we get a better price for these crops listed here. You can take your time to analyze it when you're on, or you can request us a copy of this, that PDF copy. Let's continue with the livestock market. In Missouri, we had different regions. In this case, we are talking about 5 regions according to our cluster of stockyards. We classify this region based on the number of stockyards we collect data reported by our sponsors. In this case, we follow different networks to collect this data, but mainly from the National Beef Wire. We have here in Southwest Missouri, the market with more heads sold was Joplin Stockyard. They got 2,749 heads sold. the auction there is on Mondays. So we get this data on October, the data from October 17. But also we observed that in this market, the farmers or the livestock or ranchers receive the lower price for those medium steer with 600 pounds or less. That was a little bit lower than the previous week. You can see in this column, the chain on the percentage chain on the market prices, and it's not very significant. You can see barely in some points is more than one for the livestock that most farmers look for or look to get more money. Steer with over 600 pounds, the price was $164 for the 100 pound, and observe a very light increase compared to the previous week. This behavior was similar with medium heifers who are 600 pounds or less, but they observe an increase of $1.75 for the 100 pound. It was the pound there was $1.54 for the pound. From the case of steers, heifer less than 600 pounds. We moved to a different market with better pricing. We had here Central Missouri, Callaway Livestock Center. In this market, the price is much better. The farmer received $1.84 for steers with 600 pounds or less. So you are talking about a 600 pounds steer now average times 1.84, almost 2. You are talking about in the range of the $1,000. And this one observed an increase compared to the previous week. All the other ones in the other categories saw a decrease on pricing. For example, medium heifers, the price paid for the 100 pound was $150, barely 149.77, and dropped 9.72 compared to the previous week. Let's move to another market here. Southeast Missouri market. This time we select Farmington. They sell on Wednesday and Saturday. They had more sales than other stockyards in the area with 893 heads. And also they had a price on a better pricing for their livestock. The medium steers with 600 pounds or less observed a $179 for the 100 pounds. That means almost $1.80 for the pound. You know how much you pay for your stay or your beef on the market. So that gives you an idea how much the farmer received when he sold at these stockyards. The next market will be Northwest Missouri. In this region, we select very much this North, Central, West Missouri, Marshall, Missouri. They sell on Saturdays, and these markets don't collect a lot of sales. Well, they only sold 139 heads, and the pricing was very similar to the other market, like you can see from the stockyard of Joplin, 171 to the 189. We saw what we are going to see next is not a very big difference. So somebody with a lot of cows may consider a lot to move livestock to different markets. This one, the last one, and this one is the one I mentioned, 189 pounds. For the 100 pound was the best price we observed in the state, comparing week 41 to week 42. This also observed an increase of 8.42%, and that was for steers with 600 pounds or less. In this market, Palmyra, Missouri, we observed most of the other categories observe a positive behavior in pricing. The total heads sold in this market was 1,098, and the sale day is on Mondays. Let's jump to livestock. Another livestock category we have here is small ruminants, market prices and trends. Regarding small ruminants, we are reporting lambs and goats. We collect data from the USDA, Missouri Department of Agriculture databases, and we have here the lambs with 60 pounds or less, observing a price of $221 for the 100 pounds. And those lambs with more than 60 pounds, the price was increased, but was lower than those other ones at $120 for the 100 pounds. What we see here is a better pricing for goats. Goats with 60 pounds or less, they observe a price of $216 for the 100 pounds. That was an increase of 11% compared to the previous report on October. Also, those goats with 60 pounds or more, they also has good pricing value in this last report, even though they lost value from the previous week. $207 for the 100 pounds. 240 was the best in this case for goats, best price we observe on the small ruminants. Then we have for you, you can see how much the big boxes are. And these values are for October 25 today. We collect this data in the mornings, and we compare with our previous report on last week, October 18. And we observed that from this period of time, from 1 week to in the past, we observed an increase of 4% on box beef choice and a 3% on box beef select. Box beef select was sold at $227.40 for the 100 pounds. This data is kind of what is going on right now at the USDA. Well, this is the report for this week. Thank you for your attention and have a nice week.